Hey everybody. Okay, we're in my car again. I sometimes legit feel like I live in my car. Like whenever I'm at home, I've just got 300 million billion things to do and I never have time. I mean, I used to think that being a stay-at-home mom was just gonna be, you know, Jeremy Kyle, daytime TV and feet up. But nah. I do sometimes I envy women who get to go to work. Sometimes, just sometimes. So I have just come from a lunch with a few friends and kind of friends of friends and stuff like that, like a little Christmas get together ordealio. And I left feeling so mad that I just figured while we were driving to shopping, I'd jump on here and have not necessarily a rant, maybe a very one-sided, I guess, conversation about what transpired during this lunch, because it's on my mind and I can't stop thinking about it. It just made me mad. Anyway, we ate and we were just waffling and that was grand. And then kind of the subject of Christmas and Christmas Day and everything like that kind of came up in conversation. Traffic. Use your blinker, man! So we were talking about the subject of Christmas and everything that involved with Christmas, and everybody was sharing their stories. And there was this mom who I've known for years. She wouldn't be a close friend, but she would be an acquaintance, I guess. Anyway, she started talking about her son and presents for her son, and you know what, that's okay. But what she was saying was that the son had planned to get from Santa. This year he was getting a mountain bike and a Nintendo Switch, and I kind of made some reference to that, and she was like, oh, but last year Santa brought him a PlayStation and a go-kart, so this year it's going to be similar. And I was just sat there going, it's none of my business, absolutely none of my business what people buy their children, whether they spoil their children, whether they don't. In fairness, my kids are quite spoiled when it comes to Christmas. They are. And do you know what? In my head, they deserve it. In my head, they're the best kids in the world. They mightn't always be, but they're my life and they're my rocks, and I do want to show them how much I care and stuff like that. And I do. I go a little bit overboard for Christmas, but my issue was that this mom was expecting Santa to bring all these gifts to her son. I tried to explain to her my problem. My problem was not the fact that her son was getting all these things for Christmas, because if you have the money and if you want your kids to get those things for Christmas, go for it. That's not my business. It just becomes my business when it begins to involve my kids and my kids' feelings. Simply because if this woman is encouraging her son and asking Santa personally to bring him this Nintendo Switch and this, a mountain bike, when my child doesn't expect that much from Santa, because my child understands that Santa goes to every single kid in the entire world and bears gifts to all kids. That if, let's say Emily, for example, goes into school after Christmas and one of her friends got the new James Charles palette, I tried to get that for her, it's sold out everywhere, and kind of 27 other really expensive things from Santa, and Emily didn't, I just worry, I genuinely worry that the children who don't get these expensive presents, expensive gifts from Santa, how they end up feeling, because I don't know, I don't understand, I don't remember that side of life, because life was a little bit simpler when I was growing up and Santa was visiting me. But, if Emily goes into school and all her friends have gotten kind of over €1,000 worth of stuff from Santa and Emily's gotten €50 worth of stuff from Santa, is that going to psychologically impact my child? Because Santa isn't bringing huge expensive gifts to my child. In my house, Santa brings kind of token gifts, in my house Santa fills a stocking with nice little knickknacks and stuff like that, and then he brings them a gift. Their expensive presents come from their mum. And I think, like, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but I think there should be some kind of like an unwritten rule within the kind of parenting community that Santa should only be expected to bring something small, and then the bigger items come from their parents. The lady I was trying to explain this to, she just didn't get it. It wasn't going through at all. She was all, oh, but last year and the year before that. And I think one year Santa brought her older child a laptop, and I was kind of like, girl, chill. Again, it's none of my business what she gives her kids for Christmas. It's none of my business what the kids expect for Christmas. Spoil them, they're your kids, go for it. But don't expect all this from Santa, because not only does it put pressure on other parents and on Santa himself, but it also, I worry, would end up having psychological ramifications on the kids that don't expect that much from Santa. So yeah, that's my rant over. I have to go shopping now. I'll talk to you all again. Yeah! I love this song. And we are back in the car again. I mean, I have to be honest with you, starting a vlog channel, an extra channel in December was not like my most intelligent move. It's now Thursday and I have had zero time to do anything. I started editing a video on Monday. It's still in the process of coming together. I don't think it's a video I'm going to use for next week, for Christmas week, yay. But it's there for kind of whenever, I guess. Shaking that camera's ridiculous. That's the shake of my car, really, isn't it? It's the shake of my car is ridiculous. With regards to what I was saying the other day after that lunch, I'm not saying for 1 minute don't spoil your child at Christmas, or don't spoil like your significant other, because personally for me I feel like Christmas is about making people feel loved and spoilt and appreciated. My only message to parents would be the big, huge, expensive gifts, if they come from the parent as opposed to asking Santa for them, it would make life a hell of a lot easier for other parents. I mean, every time somebody encourages their child to ask Santa for something that costs 400 or 500 euro, I don't know if all parents realise the pressure and the struggle that encouraging your child to do this and to gain the presents they really want that way puts on other parents. Girl, you're gonna get killed though. This town is, yeah, but anyway, that's the end of that subject. So maybe if we kind of think about that, maybe we will get somewhere in life. That's that done. I'm not going to speak on this subject anymore because it boils my blood sometimes. As I said, it's Thursday and it's like the week before Christmas. The objective of this vlog has been like pretty much null and void at this stage. Come on then. People are stupid. I live in a very small town, okay? There's about 9,000 people, I think, that live in this town with me. But over the past 4 days, it feels to me like the population of this town and the population of kind of cars in this town has at least tripled. Like everywhere I go, anytime I go anywhere, there's just traffic. I hate traffic. Like I cannot cope with traffic. Today's Thursday. I'm taking the kids out for dinner today. I'm waiting for Charlie and his little friend. I'll drop him home. Then we're going to go get Charlie's haircut because I'm that kind of an absolutely ridiculously bad parent and just leave everything far too long. Poor Charlie's got like a mop top on his head. So we're going to do that. We're going to go out for dinner and then we're going to go and buy our turkey and our ham. So really looking forward to that. I felt like this year, because I have less people, I normally do a huge big Christmas and have my family up, and it's exhausting, like making sure everybody's happy all the time. So I felt like this year, because it was just going to be me and the 2 kids, that it was going to be quieter, less stressful, less busy. It's not. It really is not. The pressure's the same. Everything's the friggin' same, whether you're catering for 3 people or 13. I can't cope. But yeah, that's Thursday in a nutshell. We're going to get our turkey and our ham and then just chill for the evening, and I don't have to cook, so that's a win. I'm sorry these vlogs have been so inconsistent. They will get better in the new year. New year, newish me, but same me at the same time. I'll have more time for everything, you know, absolutely everything. But yeah, that's Thursday in a nutshell, and I will check in as soon as I find some time. As usual, we are in the car. I mean, literally, the only time I get to myself at the moment is in the car, which is fan-friggin-tastic. Today is Friday. It's a beautiful day. It really is nice. It's kind of crisp and fresh and wintry, which is awesome. It's the kids' last day of school today. So they both have one of those days where you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, get breakfast into them, make sure they're not in too much of a hurry to get out the door, have them in school for 8:30, 9 o'clock, and they're off at 12. I mean, does anybody else's kids have those kind of days where they just finish 25 minutes after they've been dropped to school? Because that's what it feels like. You just don't have time for anything at all. It's nearly Christmas, which is awesome. The excitement is like palpable in my house, and it's great. I love it. The babies are at home this weekend, but as it's Christmas weekend, I feel like their dad might come up on the Sunday. He never comes up and sees them on Christmas Day. That's kind of meh. If it was me, like, nobody'd be able to stop me, but then Christmas means a hell of a lot. It means different things. Christmas means different things to different people, I guess. We're on our way now to the crazy town where the population of cars and people is tripled. Oh, good traffic. I love traffic. So yeah, we're on our way down now. I'm hoping to get parking somewhere in the town because it's December and the kids call it. I go really stupid in December, like literally lose my marbles, kind of stupid. So the kids call it my dumb December, and I have dumb December moments like all the time. The other day I went the wrong way on the school run, so dumb December is alive and well. And because I get so kind of overwhelmed, I guess, in December, what I tend to do, traffic jam, yay, is write myself lists. So yeah, everything in December is done via a list. Even yesterday when I was taking the kids out, going for dinner was on my list because I would have forgotten, you know. We went to the burrito place last night. There's a new burrito bar. It's called Eden Health Foods. Beautiful food. Couldn't recommend it highly enough. But I took the kids in there for the first time. Oh, orange flavoured water after brushing your teeth. No. Anyway, Charlie got like pork and he got a few other bits and pieces. I think he got this chili rice. And then Emily came along and she's just like, I'll have pork because there's no chicken, and Emily's just chicken. She's a chicken fanatic. She's such a fantastic little weirdo. Yay, a green light. So there was no chicken, which kind of upset her, I guess. So she's like, I'll have pork. And it was like an order from Subway, you know. She had the pork, she had lemon and coriander rice, and she had lettuce. No beans, no nothing like that. So we're gonna have to start training their palates after Christmas. I think she's just got a real Irish palate, like if it's not stewed or if it's not, you know, generally just bland. She doesn't like it at the moment. That's my breaks. I am being like legit the most responsible adult this year, okay? We had a very windy night the other night and the door, it's not a door, it's just like a casing. Anyway, the casing, the encasing, whatever the frig it is, that blew off my outdoor heating boiler. And like I don't know if it's lagging or insulation or something. When we went out to it, it was heavier than Emily. It was Oh, it was so heavy and disgusting. So I took it off and I put the door back on, but I haven't fixed that yet. So I'm hoping we don't have a big like cold spell because my heat will break. Then also, shut up, I'm busy. Also the other day when we were driving back home from collecting the kids from school, I had this little moment where there was a taxi coming towards me and I thought it was a guard car. Fair enough, fine. But because I thought it was a guard car, I just lost concentration for a minute and I ended up clipping my wing mirror off of a parked car. Now, there was no damage done to the parked car at all, but my wing mirror came off. So I left it on the road because I wanted to go home because it was tired. So for the past 2 days, I've been very, very illegally driving around with only one wing mirror. I mean, it's a challenge. It's something new to do, I guess. There is absolutely no parking on this town. So I'm just going to have to drive around in circles until I find a parking space. So yeah, I'm not adulting the best right now. But still, as Decembers go, when you're a single parent, I'm actually quite calm, which I think it might be scaring me a little bit that I'm not flustered and busy, because you just kind of get the feeling from other people when other people are all nice and stressed that you should be nice and stressed. So I'm thinking for the next few days in the run up to Christmas we'll just avoid people and then I won't get stressed. Not never. Okay, if we don't find parking this time around, I'm gonna drive on down to Lidl. Oh, we take this one? We take this one. Found a space, Ma. I found a space. I did it, Ma. I did it. So yeah, as build up to Christmases go, I'm gonna reverse in using our one wing mirror and hope for the best. I'm okay. It's okay. Yep. Europe. This is how I park. These are the noises I make. Okay. Yeah. Just gonna go into the hole. So yeah, as the build up to Christmases go, it's not been the worst so far. Not guaranteeing that it's gonna stay like that, but okay. It's not been the worst. I am gonna go now. I'm just not gonna bother with that. Gonna go now, have a look around some shops, figure out what I've forgotten to buy, and check back in soon. Yeah. Procrastination is a bitch.